Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks 3 to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, what the hell is this? Oh, fuzzy. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, guys. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, yay. Come on, guys. Please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. Come on, man. You got to keep up with the Joneses in them. So here's what you do. Go to wherever you get your apps from. And it doesn't matter where you get your apps from, whether it's iTunes or Google Play or Amazon or Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworths, Weebles, Gold Blast. It doesn't matter where you get your apps from. You just go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. You take us with you on a go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only archive there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence, Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. Put us there next to all the big boys. Netflix, Hulu, Prime, Apple Plus, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Stars. Put us there next to the big boys, and you can watch us on the big screen. Hell, run the big screen right, Vicky, now. You can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHIS Sports Zone Shy. But if you want to follow me, just me personally online, want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. And we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat. The chat is jumping a little bit. I like it. I like it a lot. Mr. Shorty's in the house. He's like top of the morning. Tell you, I'm in a meeting from 9 to 10, so I can't talk, but I have you on, Shawn. Thank you, Shorty. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate love and respect all the support you give me, man. I really do. Thank you so much. Cornelius Squalls in the house, like, what up, sports owners? Getting Giannis is too good to come true. Seems like it, man. But the talk is there. The talk is there. Will they spend the money? I don't know. But hey, if the Blackhawks can get Marian Hossa, the Cubs got to roll Aroldis Chapman. The Bears got Khalil Mack. The White Sox even got Albert Bell back in the day. Possible. Possible. With a talent like that, although he is 30, but he's still got a couple good years left in him. So we'll see. So you don't say good morning, huh? Hubbard, Mother Hubbard. Oh, man, Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. says, well, he's talking to Shorty, Cornelius, Shawn. Don't even say good morning to everybody, not even me, you son of a bitch. That's my guy, Junior. You know I'm busting your chops, Papa. These are just jokes. I'm a funny guy. Hey, man, Michonne, what's up, Papa? What up on a happy hump day? Michonne, I thought of you this morning. We had this morning for our workout, there was a lot of cardio today. And the second part of the workout was 20. It was 2 parts: calories on the bike, and it said jump over to the back of calories on the rower and lateral jumps over the rower. I was thinking lateral jumps with a burpee when I first saw it, but there was no burpee involved. Do 28, 21, 15, 9, and 3. So 28 calories on the rower, 28 jump overs, 21, 21, 15, 15, 9, 9, 3, 3. And I thought it was burpees, but there are no burpees involved. Thank God. And I thought of you. I'm like, oh, man. And then I read no burpees. I'm like, yes. Oh, man, Rick Gonzalez checking in. What's up, Papa? He says, good morning. I think the Sox theme should be the Benny Hill song. What in the world was that last night? Embarrassing. Oh, my God, I know, dude. Come on. Hit you on top of the head, bro? Come on, dude. Come on. That's literally Keystone Cops, just like you said. Somebody said that. Oh, Rick says it later. Keystone Cops. Yeah. Keystone Cop bullshit. That's all it is. No, Michelle, no burpees at all. Thank you, son of a biscuit. Don't you ever wish burpees on me, son of a gun. Oh, man. Listen, I don't know a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Man, it was a busy day. Oh, we're talking NBA playoffs as well. It was a busy day yesterday in sports with both of our baseball teams. NBA playoffs are off the hook, off the chain. My goodness, the excitement of these playoffs. All 4 series right now are entertaining. All 4 of them. All right. And I love it. The road team has won all the games to this point. What the hell is that about? What the hell is that all about? That's crazy. We're going to talk about that as well. Tyrese Halliburton says, you're not letting my dad in? Watch this. Boom. Showtime. You done pissed me off. Yes, it was insane how these road teams are playing. And then I mentioned it the other day, but I want to reiterate, I don't know if I like the lack of fouls that are being called. I love the physical play. I do. But come on, man. When there's a foul, call a foul. When someone pushes you in the chest when you're going up to block a shot, that's a foul. When they bump you and you're going up to block a shot, that's a foul. When they knock you down and they're going up to block a shot, it's a foul. Going in there, you get assaulted, you get 5 to 10 in the streets if you did that. Some of the things they're doing in the NBA, in the playoffs. I love the physical play. I love the boxing out. I love the jostling. I love all that. Not Jocelyn. I don't have a Jocelyn. I said the jostling. The fight for position. But man, dude, you can't hold Steph. You can't hold shooters as they're running around or just staying there. Put your arms around and literally grab them. You can't do that. That's not good basketball. And they're trying to move, and you can't move because you're holding them. You're literally hugging them. It's not good basketball. That bugs me a lot. They got to do a much better job. They got to draw a line. They got to find a happy medium. None of this bullshit ticky-tack fouls like they call all season. But by the same token, no assault and batteries without calling a foul either. It's got to be somewhere in the middle. You know, I love to, it stifles the creativity of a lot of these athletes. A lot of these athletes are high flyers. Okay? And their game is being affected. And I'm okay with it. If their game is being affected because they're the other team is physical against them, okay, that's fine. But not when you're hurt, in a good position to hurt people. That's where I draw the line. That's where I have my issues. All right. Ant-Man, one of my favorite guys in the NBA right now, and I don't have a lot. I really don't follow the NBA. All right. The last guy I really like in the NBA, Steph Curry, is on the backside of his career. So I'm not a really big fan of anyone else left, probably except for, the Bulls, my Bulls team as a whole, but maybe Ant-Man might be my favorite. He's just young, stupid, athletic. And the thing I like about him is they put him on Steph. Like, no. We're going to put our best and most athletic guy, who just happens to be our best player on the team, on your best player. The fact that he's playing defense like that, I love it. That is what excites me. That's one of the reasons I love Ant-Man, because he backs down from no challenge. They call him the Legend Killer. I keep forgetting. Every time I see memes like that, I have to download them from Twitter or Facebook and add them to the show, because he is definitely a legend killer. He beat LeBron. All right, knocked LeBron out. Beat the whole child support thing. Dude, just on GP alone, just on that alone, he's a god. Just on the whole child support thing, Ant-Man is a god. He is a god. But he's kind of forced into it, and I like what he did. Are all you familiar with what he did with the child support situation that he had? If someone is not aware, just type no, I'm not. Or what did he do? Type that in the chat if you're not aware of the whole child support situation with Ant-Man. Let me see. Because it's phenomenal. If you haven't heard, let me know, and I'll run it by you real quick. Not aware, Rick. Okay, so here's what he did. Rick says not aware. Junior says not aware. Okay. Here's how he beat the system. This might happen moving forward with a lot of other with athletes in the future who get women knocked up. So Ant-Man, okay, allegedly impregnated a woman. Okay. Again, apparently they agreed on an abortion. She said, give me $100,000. I don't know how much abortions cost, but they don't cost $100,000. Anyway, he gave the girl $100,000. She kept the money and had the baby. So first of all, Ant-Man's pissed because I gave you $100,000 because we agreed that you were going to have the abortion, and then she didn't because she was a little slimy, schemy son of a gun. So she kept the money, had the kid, took him to court. The judge said, all right, child support should be about $5,000. So Ant-Man said, okay, how much total will that be? And the judge said, well, 5,000 times 12 is $60,000. He's like, no, not for the year, for 18 years. The judge says, okay, 5,000 times 12 is 60 times 18. It's like $1.08 million. Ant-Man said, here, $1.08 million. Gave it to her. He said, I don't ever want to see you, and I don't want to have anything to do with the kid. So in child development, it's jacked up for the kid's sake because he's not going to know his dad. However, she can't go after him for child support anymore. He's paid her 18 years up front. And she's got 2 other kids, I believe, from different NBA players. So this falls on him. You can't be passing these girls around. And if you know this girl has more than one or has a child by another athlete, stay away from them. Or damn, use a condom. And you dispose of the condom. You dispose of the condom. Now, don't let the girl do that. Man, I'm telling you. Rick said should still see the kid, though. I hear you. But he wants nothing to do with it. And this is the issue that I have. And that's an issue I have. Like, it's not his fault. Okay, if that agreement was made, we're going to have an abortion. You're going to have to pay for it. No problem. And then you lie to him. You keep the money. And then hit him with child support. I'd be pissed too. Because some women are scandalous. They look at you as a check. And if these girls have kids by other players, NBA players or NFL players, you know what kind of girls they're, what type of people they're, what kind of girls they are, what they're about. I'm telling you, the story that I had, a good friend of mine was a sports agent. We actually drove up to Green Bay. It's early in 2000, 2001, 2002. And a guy that he represented was on the Packers. And he was telling us a story because I said, man, what's one of the craziest things that you've heard? I just know you got crazy stories because I know there were crazy stories when I lived in Italy. When I played pro ball in Italy, we had crazy stories. And so he's like, all right. He goes, I can't tell you the guy's name because you hear it every Sunday. But he was with a young lady, used protection. It was at her place, used protection. And when they were finished, she went to the bathroom. She says, oh, I'll discard the condom. I'll discard it. The young guy's like, okay, no problem. Well, anyway, when she gets to the bathroom, she takes some of the man juice out of the condom and sticks it inside of her. That's not the messed up part. Her girlfriend was in another room by the bathroom. She comes out. She takes some of the man juice and puts it inside of her. So he gets a paternity suit from the girl that he slept with. And the judge, it's your child. But the player's like, but we used a condom, it didn't break. She discarded, and then he realized she discarded the condom and he realized what she did. And he was pissed, and he had every right to be. So now he's on the hook for 18 years for that one. Then a couple weeks later, he gets another paternity test from the friend who was in a closet. And he's like, who the hell are you? She was like, oh, don't you remember it was a threesome? He's like, no, I wasn't that messed up. I know if we had a threesome. Like, yeah, well, you had a threesome, and I'm pregnant by you. He's like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. Have a paternity test. He's the father. So now he's got to pay child support. He had to pay child support for the one he slept with and the one he didn't sleep with. That's some stuff. That was over 20 years ago, so he should be done with child support at this stage of the game. But that's how trifling some of these girls can be. And you got to be, when you're a professional athlete, you have to understand, and you're not dumb. Oh, no, let me take that back. You are dumb because you understand what a lot of these girls, you know what the game is. It's not the first time we're seeing girls be sneaky and try and get knocked up by professional athletes. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last. So when you keep going after these IG models, and it makes it so much easier now because you have direct access with DMs and things like that, and you can reach out to athletes directly. Okay? These guys, it's an easy mark for these girls. Because one, these guys have had girls their whole lives because they've been star athletes. And so they reach out to them, and then the guy's like, okay, I got another dime, another 8, 9, or 10 who wants to get out. I'll fly her out because ain't nothing. She knows she's down. She knows what's up if I fly her out. Or you got guys who never got girls, and he's starting to get the attention of the 8, 9s, and 10s. And it says, man, I really enjoy this quote-unquote attention. And you're right. These guys have no self-control, and it's difficult. I'm telling you, man, it is difficult. I wasn't making the kind of money these NFL or NBA players are making when I was in Italy, and then over there, the people were very, let's just say they were very friendly. So can you imagine here? You go to a nightclub, you go to a spot, you got girls throwing themselves at you. It's tough, and I'm not saying it's not. And for guys who've gotten everything they've wanted for the majority of their life, it's pretty tough. But they have to do better, and this is where their tribe comes in. Here's where their entourage comes in. Well, you need a good group around you to say, hey, listen, you're boys. And like, hey, man, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You can't be driving drunk. You can't be doing this. Be careful with this girl. Agents as well. But trust me, they have symposiums. The NFL and the NBA have rookie symposiums, and they talk about these types of situations. They have people come in. They have girls. They had girls come in. Actually, I know it was Deion Sanders had a young woman, an IG model, come in, talk to his players. And you don't think the NFL does it? Of course they do. But Deion Sanders had an IG model come to Colorado, talk to the boys about what these girls are doing. And I'm telling you, you know it, but it's difficult when you're starting to get that attention, when that 8, 9, or 10 is showing you love, showing you some attention. It's tough. It's tough. It's a difficult thing. We all love attention. And to have attention with beautiful women in that city, but you have to prepare. And I know Maya had said this once before, and it's not a popular thing, but it really makes the most sense. And let me know if you guys would be up for doing this. Maya said that all these pro athletes, until they're ready to start having a family, should get a vasectomy. Because vasectomies are reversible. So you can get the fire hose attached again. You can get the cable reattached and start shooting bullets. Shooting live bullets. But a lot of people are like, whoa, no. I mean, that was my first. When she first said, I'm like, no way. I would never do that. But because it's like you're affecting your manhood. But if you look at it from a business perspective, and you want to go sleep around and you want to take advantage of your 20s and your 20s, it makes a lot of sense. Reverse it when you're ready to have a kid, or if you meet the girl that you really like to settle down with and say, hey, look, let's have a couple kids together, and whether we not get married, it's another story, but you're the one I want to take care of, so I'm gonna give you a couple kids, and blah 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 blah. Until you're ready for that moment, a vasectomy sounds real good, and just get it reversed when you're ready, and you'll keep a lot of your money. But I don't know. That's a tough call. Well, listen, damn, that was fast. All right, we got to take a quick break. All right, my peoples. On the other side of the break, all right, we are going to get to the top of the morning topic. Man, Steve-O a little cleanup work on the intro. I can't wait to see it in its entirety. But we will hit top of the morning topics on the other side of the break. Plus, I got to get the warden off the CrossFit. So give me this couple of minutes. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Move it!
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Catcher Miguel Amaya. That is drilled out towards left center field on its way. Gone! Miguel Amaya, two-run homer, and just like that, the lead is cut in half. And the Cubs are within two. Cubs have got the ninth place hitter John Birdie.
Pickoff play, and it gets past the second baseman wisely into center field. Swanson advances to third.
I have no idea what just happened. That looked like a good throw. And they've charged the error to Verlander. That can't be on Verlander.
Pitch. The middle base hit, and we are tied. Tucker, just like that, delivers 5-5.
Wasting no time. Brand new ball game, tied at 5.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those are the courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those are the Cubs. The Cubs, you saw at the end, King Tuck tied it up, sent the game to overtime, and that's when all hell broke loose for the Northsiders. Wow. That was insane. And according to the statistician, that was the most runs the Cubs have ever given up in one inning, in extra innings. Yeah, so we'll talk about it. But listen, let's get it rocking, baby. Let's get it going. Guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Nice, Steve-O. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's kick it off. The first top of the morning topic, the Cubs. Woo, Charlie. That was a rough one yesterday. The Cubs fall to the Giants. 14-5 in 11 innings. What the hell happened? Colin Ray got the start for the Cubs. He got a no decision. He went 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 4 punch outs. Amaya was 1 for 3. He had a homer, his 3rd of the season, driving in his 15th and 16th runs of the season. Trey Turner was 1 for 1 in a pinch hitting role, driving in his 7th RBI. And King Tuck strikes again. He's 2 for 4 with a game tying RBI, his 31st on the season. Unfortunately for the Cubs, they gave up 9 runs in the 11th. Crazy. Well, the next top of the morning topic, the Cubs host the Giants again today at Wrigley. First pitch is at 1:20 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. The probables for today's game for San Francisco, Robbie Ray, who's 4-0 with a 3.05 ERA on the bump. For the Bay Area, going up against Ben Brown, who's on a bump for the Northsiders. He's 3-2 with a 4.88 ERA. The next top of the morning topic. This one was a tough one. My White Sox. Yeah. Steve-O, that's a phenomenal picture, dude. Phenomenal. That is Keystone Cop worthy. Cue up the Keystone Cops. Anyway, the White Sox fall to the Royals 4-3. Shawn Burke got the start. He got the no decision. 6 in the 3rd innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 2 punch outs. Dice was 2 for 3. Okay. Rojas 2 for 3 also with an RBI, his 2nd of the year. Brooks Baldwin was 2 for 4 in RBI, his 15th of the season. The Sox were 1 out away from victory when the floodgates opened. So once again, the White Sox snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Started with this error here, and it spiraled. It was embarrassing. Yeah. Well, keeping it moving, the next top of the morning topic, staying with the White Sox. The White Sox lose to the Kansas. I'm sorry. Why did I do that? What the hell was that all about? Not the one. I put both of those in the. Why did I do that? It's funny. Whoopsies. That's crazy. Give me a second. There we go. Next after one topic, the White Sox are at the Royals again at Kauffman Stadium tonight. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. The probables for tonight's game for the White Sox. Jonathan Cannon is on the bump. He's 2-3 with a 4.26 ERA. Going up against Michael Waka, who's on the bump for the Royals, who's 1-4 with a 3.52 ERA. Michael Waka was really good, had a couple of good. You can see he's having a rough season to start, 1-4. Hopefully the White Sox are able to get to him early and often. But Shawn, yes, this is up and embarrassing. Sox don't have a close. What do we need a closer for? I mean, I guess to close out games like that, but man, there aren't too many games where we need a closer. There aren't too many games at all. So it's crazy. James Ford checking in. What's up, Papa? Good morning. How are you? Thank you for tuning in, my man. I appreciate you. And the next top of the morning topic. Yeah, baby. Sky. Woo! Our Chicago Sky, man. Exhibition game, the Chicago Sky beat the Minnesota Lynx 74-69. The prodigal son, the prodigal daughter, Courtney Vandersloot, returned to the Sky. She had 11 points, 5 assists. Ariel Atkins had 10 points. Camila Cardoso, that's King Booker World's ex-wife. Don't mess with her. She had 10 points, 7 rebounds. And Angel Reese, Chi-Town Barbie, 9 points, 8 assists. And let me tell you something. This is the plight of today's athlete. This is the plight of today's athlete because let me take this down for a second. Angel Reese had a busy weekend. Busy. I'm busy. I mean, busy. And these youngsters they're used to it now. They're used to this type of fanfare and celebrity that they are. Because here's what Angel Reese's weekend looked like. Right? Was it Saturday? It was Saturday. The Sky had an exhibition game against the Brazilian national team. Okay? And that was at LSU. What the WNBA did was pretty smart. 2 days prior, the Brazilian national team had an exhibition game against the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark. However, that game was not in Indiana. That game was in Iowa City, the former home of Caitlin Clark, where she went to college. That game was sold out in under 30 minutes. Under 30 minutes. That was Thursday, I want to say. Wednesday or Thursday. And then Saturday, they played the Sky. And this time, this game was held at LSU, where Angel Reese won a national championship game. So that was Saturday. Then she left there and went to the Met Gala in New York. She was there on Sunday. Okay. Then after that, she took the red eye, and according to Jason Leisure from the Sun Times, she got back in town about 2:00 on Tuesday, and was at the shoot around later that day. So a lot for her. But she looked good doing it. She looked good. You can actually tell, she worked on her game this past offseason. Yeah, Cornelius, Kennedy Carter is no longer with the squad. I like Kennedy Carter, but she got a lot of special treatment from Teresa Witherspoon. A lot of players didn't like that. And I know Teaspoon's gone, but they parted ways with Kennedy Carter as well. She took time away from Dana Evans. I think that led to Dana Evans' exit as well. She didn't want anything to do with them. But yeah, Kennedy Carter, and I liked her, but she's gone. Michonne says, Sky will have an improvement team this year. Says the Sky have Sloot back. Courtney Vandersloot looked really good yesterday. Really, really good. She looked really, really good. 11 points, 5. There are just certain things. She just looked so smooth and so effortless in a lot of the things that she did yesterday. I'm talking about Courtney Vandersloot. She's a veteran of this league. She was with the Sky for a long time before she left. I think she went to New York. And she just looked like a veteran guard who knew how to take control of the game, set the pace of the game. All right, never hurried, never rushed. and kept this machine, kept it running smoothly and well oiled. That's what a veteran point guard can do. My man has checked in. Were you drinking last night? That's what? Into the morning? My man is checking in. And I want to wish you a happy 45th birthday, Black Diamond. All right, happy 45th birthday, my man. I hope you're late because you're getting it in last night and you overslept because you're getting crunk and you're gonna get crunk again tonight. I ain't mad at you, Papa. I ain't mad at you. Happy birthday, my man. It is definitely an accomplishment. At our age, every trip around the sun is an accomplishment. Because I know I speak for myself, but I think I can speak for all of us here. Every year that first of all, we know people we grew up with, who are friends, family that didn't this age. All right, we know people from the hood, from our families, who weren't fortunate enough to make it to this age that we're at now. And it seems like every year there's always one person who doesn't make it. There's always one less person, at least one less person who was here this year than the previous year. It just seems that that's life is. When we're at a certain age, man, it's tough. So hats off to you, Black Diamond. Happy 45th birthday, my man. Hope you are crazy intoxicated. Hope you get a designated driver or Uber or Lyft to get home. Or unless you're going to get crunk at the house. You can do that too, whatever. All right? But enjoy your day, my man. I'm sure you being a black man, have had quite a 45 years on this earth. I'm sure you got some crazy, crazy stories, good, bad, and damn near some almost unbelievable. Oh, you said it. You're at home. I'm at home tonight. Hey, perfect. You don't need a designated driver. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. And you know what? While you're at it, man, make some goals. And where do you want to be 1 year from today on your 46th birthday? All right. What do you want different in your life? What do you want different in your life? Set that goal, set it and crush it. Where do you want to be next year? Where do you want to be in 5 years? You know what I mean? You have no idea about the stories. I hear you, bro. We all got crazy stories, man. And as a person of color, a man of color, there's some stories that people wouldn't even. Some of my Caucasian friends, couldn't believe some of the things that I went through. You know, so I feel you, Papa. I feel you. That's why I'm happy that it's your birthday. He's in an apartment, 5 years in a house. Good. Hey, set your goal. Set the goal if you want in 5 years. Maybe get it done in 3. Push. So, you know what? Again, happy birthday to you, Papa. I wish you nothing but the best. And I want to see you next year when we're on the show. All right. You'll be able to tell me, man, I'm on the way to getting the house. I'm either getting my credit ready or getting my my W-2s ready. So something. You can get it. You can do it. You can do it because there's nothing to stop you. Think of all the shit that came in your life that should have killed you or stopped you from advancing. Guess what? Weren't able to do it because you're too strong. You're too damn strong. All right. So focus and go get it. And I do want to. If it's not next year, then it's 2 years. I want you to like, hey man, I'm coming at you from my house. Okay. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Junior, you're a fool. Since my birthday, my wife and kids give me a toy, a piece of banana cream pie, and I usually go and draw my sunroom. draw in my sunroom. The convenience store is my favorite story. What story? My convenience store story or your convenience store story? I don't know about. I don't remember convenience store story. Is it mine? Is it your story from the convenience store or mine from the convenience store, Junior? Because I don't remember a convenience store story. And we all know the Rosie Perez story. That's but oh no, that wasn't a store. No. It was a storefront, but they just made it like a hangout place. Yeah, that one's crazy. Speaking of the devil, King Booker World checking in, baby. What's up, Papa? He says salute everybody and Shawn. King Booker World checking in. King Booker World, make sure you wish Black Diamond a happy 45th birthday. Wish it to him now because he's going to get crunk and he ain't going to remember it in the morning. Oh, man. Let's keep it moving. The next top of the morning topic. Where did they go? I know it's not Chicago news, but this is NBA news. NBA playoffs. The Pacers shocked the Cleveland Cavaliers again with a 120-119 stunner. They had their stunner shades on in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Tyrese Halliburton with a step-back three gives them a 120-119 victory as the Pacers take a commanding 2-0 lead as they head back to Indianapolis for Game 3 on Friday. And that tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. Central. Tell you what, Tyrese Halliburton says, you're banning my dad from the arenas? Watch this. He'll step back just right around his time expired. That's a bad boy. Just think the Bulls could have had him too. Bulls could have drafted him too. Next top of the morning topic, staying in the association. The Golden State Warriors Timberwolves 99-88 in Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals. That game was in Minnesota, and Golden State leads that series 1-0. And the big news out of that is Steph Curry has a grade 1 strain in his hamstring, his left hamstring. If you watched the game yesterday, you saw it. He was limping. He grabbed at it. Draymond Green had a phenomenal game, picking up where Steph left off, hitting from three, but from beyond the arc to propel them to a 99-88 victory. Playoff Jimmy was in attendance yesterday. Playoff Jimmy came to work. And how great is it for Golden State? If Steph goes down, you got playoff Jimmy to come in and take his place. Playoff Jimmy to come in and take his place. Cornelius says Cleveland's in real trouble. Yeah, they are. Oh, my man, Jay Grizz. Checking in from Philly. Good morning. He says happy birthday to our boy, Black Diamond. It was probably a little thing. He's probably say love to you. Eternal blessings, my guy. Grizz, gratitude. Yeah, King Booker World says, yeah, Steph has a real injury. Yeah, it was tough, man. I don't know how far they can go in this series without Steph. Middle of the game, okay, you can do it. But this is why you traded for playoff Jimmy. You didn't give a shit about regular season, Jimmy. You're going to be in the playoffs. Playoff Jimmy's where you're at, where you want. This is the dude you want. That's the dude who showed up last night toward the end of the game. So now, can this be Jimmy's team from here on out? It's going to have to be. If they intend on getting to the Western Conference Finals and beyond, that would be the finals. Jimmy's going to have to step his game up big time. I love how these guys have no problem with the physicality that Minnesota's playing with. They just keep moving without the ball. They keep moving without the ball, and one bad move, one lack of communication. You see what happened yesterday. Draymond bounced past to Jimmy for running up a screen off the baseline for the dunk. Bounce pass, Jimmy gets it, goes up and dunks. His man's trailing. Man. So I just want these teams to realize they ain't got to shoot 65. Oh, my God. Tell me about it, dude. Tell me about it. And I still don't get why people are turning away layups. Because you come down court, that's 4 points. Give me points, 2 each time. Because you're at the rim and no one's there. You're like, no, I got to kick it out to the arc. What? Damn right, Michonne. Jimmy G buckets, and this G stands for gets. Stands for gets. Jimmy gets buckets. Jimmy G. Staying in the association tonight. Eastern Conference Finals semis, game 2. The Knicks, who stole game 1, literally and figuratively. You saw the end of that game. You know what I'm talking about. The Knicks at the Boston Celtics tonight. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on TNT. See something. Yeah, catch that game on TNT. Here's what I needed to see. Oh. Yes. And then the next, hold on. The Western Conference semifinals tonight, game 2. The Denver Nuggets are at the OKC, Oklahoma City Thunder. Tip-off is at 8:30. It's right after the Knicks-Boston game. Tip-off is at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on TNT. Denver, the lower seed, leads that series 1-0. Isn't that crazy? The Knicks are the low seed. They lead it 1-0. The Nuggets, the low seed, they lead that series 1-0. The Warriors are the low seed. They lead it 1-0. The Pacers, the lower seed, because the Cavs are number 1 seed. The Pacers are the lower seed. They lead that series 2-0. All lower seeds lead these series in the semis. That is crazy. That is insane. And the last top of the morning topic, big news in the league, the National Football League. The Pittsburgh Steelers have agreed to trade their wide receiver, George Pickens. Come on, you son of a biscuit. They've agreed to trade their wide receiver, George Pickens, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the crazy part. They still don't have a quarterback. And according to Adam Schefter, here's the parameters of the deal. It says ESPN sources. Dallas and Pittsburgh are working to finalize a trade that will send wide receiver George Pickens to the Cowboys in exchange for draft pick compensation. The trade is expected to be finalized today. So a few minutes later, Adam Schefter tweeted out, details of the Steelers-Cowboy trade expected to be completed today per sources are as follows. So the Steelers, in return, get the 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round pick. The Cowboys get George Pickens and the Steelers 2026 sixth-round pick. So they jump up in the draft and get Dallas's fifth round, and they give him back their sixth round in next year's draft. So who's the quarterback going to be? Is that Aaron Rodgers going to finally sign there after he waits out OTAs and mini camp and other bullshit that quarterbacks and a lot of veterans hate? But I mean, you're messing up. Get acclimated with your team, and now you lost a stud receiver. You lost George Pickens. Now, I mean, you still have Metcalf, but what a squad you would have if you had Derek Metcalf and George Pickens to throw to. But here's the thing that I have to mention. Every single time Mike Tomlin gets rid of a wide receiver, they go on to do nothing with their future teams. Nothing. Go back to Anthony. He did nothing. He did nothing. Now you got another one. George Pickens. George Pickens was a little diva. He was mad. He couldn't stand our boy Justin because Justin didn't throw the ball down the field to him. When Russ took over again, Russ acquiesced and tossed the ball to Pickens a lot more. But he's a diva. Give me the ball, otherwise I'm going to bitch and moan about it. That's George Pickens. So what's going to happen when CeeDee Lamb gets the majority of the targets? George Pickens. What's going to happen then? Are you going to continue to bitch and moan and be a distraction, be a problem, be a nuisance? Or you're going to keep your mouth shut in hopes that Jerry decides to do another stupid thing and sign you to an extension? It's a crazy money. Like he did with Dak, like he did with CeeDee Lamb. So if that's the case, then you better keep your mouth shut and perform big time. Kimbo goes, Pickens must be a real pain in the hemorrhoids. Brandon Schutz says, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Brandon, I'm doing well. Thank you. Or Gonzalez says, Plaxico Burst was good with the Giants. ... Then he shot himself. I will say he did have a productive year until he decided to shoot himself in a club. Why do you have a gun on you in a club? That's what you have security for. You're a multimillionaire star athlete for a reason. Bring your security with you to the club. Don't carry the gun on your own, stupid. Shot himself in the leg. That guy didn't shoot yourself in the nuts. That would not have been fun. Oh, snap. Listen, let's take another quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll talk our baseball teams and we'll talk a little NFL football, NBA playoffs. 2 games tonight. And then if we got enough time, which we should, we'll talk some Bears. All right? So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Got it done here. Ouch! And we're gonna make sure you lit this time. Ouch! You're not gonna get me this time.
Ow, Manny!
Whoops! Let's try an easy one.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Hey, this is Corey McGetty, and I listen to Shawn and Maya on the morning show.
Since that heartbreaking Game 5 WNBA Finals loss in an epic series against New York, their defense, you can see it even in the preseason. It's tight. Good pass from Vandersloot to Cardoso to get the scoring rolling. Atkins with 2 to shoot has already hit one tough one. Tough rebound down low. That was Onyenwede who snagged it. Led to a 3 from Vandersloot.
Experience the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows.
Now you're back up. They call those cookies in Baltimore, by the way, on the strip. Playground, it would have counted. This one does count. Get the offense rolling here. Hooks it back to Reese, spins the paint. Another beautiful finish from Angel Reese. And Alyssa Peely, along with Courtney Williams, also on the floor for the Lynx. Jason Ross Jr., Shimmy Miller with you. Rebecca Allen, that jumper is so clean.
Rebecca Allen, that jumper is so clean. Man, did you see that spin move by Angel Reese? Boy, hey, you can talk all the shit you want about her. You can say, oh, she's in a fashion show in Paris. She's at the Met Gala. She's flying around the country, flying around the world. That girl was working on her game this offseason. Let's keep that shit a buck. Let's keep that shit a buck. She was been working on her game all offseason. You can tell. You can tell she's a lot more fleet-footed, nimble-footed. Do one dribble, spin, turn, laid it up off the glass. Like, oh, shit. I see you, Angel. She had a 3 yesterday, too. Let's give credit where credit is due. Hey, youth is wasted on the young. Remember that. There are days where we'd be able to go out, party all night, and get up and go come home and go to the shower. At junior, I was just about to go there, too. Camila Cardoso. She lost some weight. could tell she got a little more bounce to her step. And I like that. And let's not forget, they're not coming off a season, although Camilla's she played overseas. But, man, they got a chance to get their body reset, unlike their rookie year when they went right from the NCAA tournament to the draft to minicamp to their first preseason game within a month. Within a month of their last game, they're starting preseason games. There's no time to rejuvenate. We talked about what this team should look like, what those girls should look like with a full off season. And Angel Reese looking good. Added a lot more tricks to her bag. I like it. Cardoso, a lot more nimble, lost some weight. That's what I'm talking about. That's professional athlete. You know your shortcomings, and you work on them in the offseason. And again, remember, they had no offseason last year. So you can't work on it in the offseason. So I'm telling you, I'm excited about the Sky this year, especially with Courtney Vandersloot running the show. Man, sorry if you hear the landscapers in the background. That's what our HOA fee goes to. Our homeowners association fee, our monthly assessment. A monthly assessment at work. And I have the window open because it was a beautiful day. I slept with the window open last night. So pardon if you hear the guys on the riding mower. But man, I'll tell you what, I really, really enjoyed watching some of that. I watched some of the game yesterday, the Sky game. Just a little bit of it. And seeing those young ladies, man. And seeing the footwork of Angel Reese, the not so snuffleupagus trot from Camila Cardoso, her being a lot more light-footed and nimble-footed was great. Was great to see. And this is what we were praying for. Like, man, I hope, remember that's all I said. Camila Cardoso, get your ass in the offseason, lose some weight, get more nimble. She did. Angel Reese been working for it. You saw on that spin, she had that tight elbow to hook. Took old girl, laid it in. That takes practice. That's working on your game. This is why I anticipate big things for her. But it also shows her level of professionalism. It shows her level of professionalism because she has all other extracurricular things. She still found time to work on her game. And that's the perfect example of keeping the main thing the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. Basketball is what got her all of this notoriety. All this public fanfare, her celebrity. And it's easy to let the other things become the main thing, but she didn't. She made sure that she improved in the offseason. She worked on her game like all athletes should. She just enjoyed her time. She enjoyed her free time by doing things most people can't do. Fly to the Met Gala. Go to Europe and be in a fashion show. So you can tell she's with just that game alone yesterday. My respect for her, which was already high, is even higher. It's through the roof. Being able to juggle all these things and handle your business. Getting in at 2 a.m. on Tuesday and getting to the shoot around in the morning a couple hours later and having 9 points, 8 rebounds in a limited minutes. How long did she play? 19 minutes. 19 minutes. That's the sign of a true professional. Because if no one said anything, not a lot of people would have realized and put together the flying to LSU on Friday or playing a game in LSU on Saturday, then going to New York, then taking the red eye back on Tuesday. Most people don't know that. But because of social media and a lot of other things, it's a lot easier to gain access. But I'm happy for her. I'm happy she's living her best life right now. And for me, most importantly, she really worked on her game. That has got me excited. That has got me excited because, let's be honest, her game was ugly. It's effective, but it was ugly. She got a lot of rebounds by missing a lot of layups at the rim. Miss, get it right back, put it up and in. She did that about 3 times a game. That's an extra 3 rebounds. But my respect for her has gone up after seeing she's able to handle this busy schedule. To me, that's dope. Camila Cardoso, I know King Book of World. I ain't stepping that way. My future ex-esposa. My future ex-esposa. I hear you, boy. I hear you. She looks a lot more nimble. Great pass by Courtney Vandersloot in that clip coming out of the break. Kind of in the air, and Cardoso runs the court. She's like, no. Boop, boop. Hee hee. Cardoso gets it off the glass. Beautiful. The Sky team is going to be a fun team to watch. I'll talk about this NBA playoffs. Lord have mercy. Man, those games yesterday and the day before, these 4 series are going to be dope. If they continue to be as competitive as the game ones were, most of these, we'll talk about the Pacers and Cavs. Man, Tyrese Halliburton. This whole thing with his dad, and he even said, he goes, my dad is, I agree with the punishment. He goes, but he's my dad. I'm not going to go against him. He goes, and he said, it's the last time I'll talk about it. So you don't want to talk about it no more because his dad can't see him play live. His dad messed up. But man, he's giving him a show to watch from the house. Because now the Cavs are down to the Pacers 2-0. And they're going to Indy. Cleveland's in a lot of trouble. Cornelius said it earlier. They're in a lot of trouble. All Indiana has to do is split these. And you got a commanding 3-1 lead with 3 games left. And you already know you can win in Cleveland. So Cleveland's got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work to do. This Indiana Pacer team looks committed. They look like they're ready to take the next step. They're looking to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals probably for the first time since, Jordan? In 98? Reggie Miller, Rick Smits, Mark Jackson, that whole crew. That was the closest team to dethrone the Bulls in their title run. Took them to Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals in 98. Remember that? Because we know they never got to a Game 7 in the finals. They never got to a Game 7 in all 6 of those finals. Not even close. We're going to nip it right here at 6. Call it a day. Hats off to the Pacers. Our Midwest neighbors, hats off. And tonight's games, Knicks at Boston. Man, Jalen Brunson is a stud. Cornelius says shockers all around last night. Yeah, both baseball teams, basketball games. Jalen Brunson is a stud. Chicagoland's very own. For those of you who don't know, the Nick point guard, he went to Villanova. He went to Stevenson High School here in the North Shore, in the northern suburbs. His dad played for and coached with the Bulls during their title run. Remember, that was 98. We're in 25. That's what, 27 years, 28 years ago? So Jaden's dad was coaching with the Bulls at that particular point. So he lived up north. He ended up going to Stevenson, won a state title. There was a thing on social media the other day where they had it was a tournament. It was an AAU tournament. And they had Jalen Brunson's team going up against Jason Tatum's team. Brunson's team won. Brunson had 46. Jason Tatum had 38. And they were just going at it back and forth and back and forth. It was literally a slugfest in high school. But Jalen Brunson's that dude. I never thought he'd be this good coming out of Villanova. He's got that dog in him. This guy is truly, truly a stud. And in this game, Denver OKC. Listen, OKC, I know you had the best record in the league. The number one seed in the East and in the West, excuse me. You're looking at a team that's not defending champ, but they were champs 2 years ago. And the majority of that squad is still there. The majority of that squad is still there. They didn't forget how to lose. They didn't win the NBA title 2 seasons ago for nothing. They got OKC's got a lot of work to do because tonight they can't go down 0-2 going back to Denver. Cannot do that. I think that would end the series for all intents and purposes. OKC's got to come out crazy tonight. And the Nuggets, here's the thing about the Nuggets. The Nuggets don't do anything crazy. They just, and that is they move the ball around. They get the ball to Joker. He's the centerpiece of their offense. If he can take it to the hole, take it to the hole. All right? Aaron Gordon out there. He's got a couple shooters out there. If they collapse, they kick it out, going up for 3. All right? When they're running, they get good shots. They'll always send someone to the corner. Jokic is trailing. If he's not leading the break, he's trailing. Because Jokic leads the break a lot. What the thing I like about Denver is they play fundamentally sound basketball. With an asterisk. They take a lot of threes. But they get good threes. They get good looks, good rotation. They get, a lot of clear shots at 3 because they're moving the ball around because you got people filling the lane. People fill the lane, everyone's got to collapse. Kick it out. Wide open look. Yes, King Book of World, and they're letting them play. I said it earlier. I don't know if you were on. I'm like, I think they're letting them play too much. There's been far too many fouls, like knocking people down and shit. And there's got to be a happy medium. I love the physical play, but not at the expense of the health of the athletes, or not when things are just blatant. And it's funny to see because you got drama queens, everybody who's flailing. Oh. And when they really get hit, they're like, whoa, what the hell? Oh, what the hell? Am I getting that? Who was it yesterday? Was it Brunson? I think it was Brunson yesterday was down. What was it? Something. Let me see. Oh, I think it was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, was down there. He thought he got fouled. He's complaining to the refs on the way up, and he scored a basket like 2 or 3 times. because you think you got a foul, and you probably did, but they didn't call it. Get back on defense. This drama exaggerating generation starting to see what it felt like to play back in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s. All those gifted athletes, they're not escorting you to the rim now. Now you got people there who are jumping up, who are bodying you, who are hand checking you, setting big, powerful picks, screens. I love it. You see guys, boom. Junior said, I'm glad the flopper got bounced. He's talking to LeBron James. King Book of World. Michael Jordan says, Game 7? Never heard of her. No, he hasn't. Not in the finals. Not in the finals. So, again, tonight's games are going to be good. Can't wait to watch those. I'll tell you what, this has really reignited my love for the NBA, for the game of basketball, pro basketball. See the season. Remember the season I said I don't even watch them. It ain't the Bulls. It ain't the Bulls. I didn't watch. I don't know who. I don't really follow the NBA. I said that a lot this season. These playoffs have really got me back on the NBA. Back on the bus. Back on the bandwagon. Letting them play physical in the playoffs. I am fired up for tonight's games. Yesterday, the Cubs had a meltdown, big time meltdown for the Cubs. We saw that in the clips earlier after the first break. Cubs are down, trailing, and they come back to tie it. King Tuck, Justin Turner ties it with the game, or to bring it within one, and then King Tuck ties it with a single in the bottom of the ninth. And then they give up how many runs? 8? 9? I want to say it's 9 runs. That was insane. 9 times. Your son's been absent from school 9 times, Mrs. Bueller. 9 times in the 11th. And who's the dude? Is it Chapman? No. I'll tell you who it is. They were talking about it earlier. See, I don't get a lot of those takeaways and stuff from some of the games. But there was a pitcher yesterday who, let's see, let me get a box score. Cubs. Presley, there you go. Presley comes in yesterday. Dude, well, you Cub fans know exactly where I'm going. Well, he set a record, a Cubs record. First guy to face 8 batters in relief. Minimum of 8 batters in relief and not record an out. Not recorded out. 0.0 innings pitched, 5 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned, 1 walk, no punch outs. His ERA jumped 5 points, I want to say. That was insane, Presley. I'll talk about that in a second, Steve-O. And that was crazy. And then my White Sox. The White Sox. Oh, I can't see that. Yeah, much better. White Sox, same thing. You know, they were 2 outs away. And then Mydroff. Dude, that pissed me off. That really, really, really pissed me off. Mydroff. What a great shot this is. What a great shot that is. Let me tell you something. If that doesn't sum up last year and this year, I don't know what will. I don't know what does. A routine pop-up when you're leading, you miss it and it hits you on the head. And opens the gates for them to win 4-3. This is our White Sox. This is what we know. We're not expecting them to be world beaters. Damn. Stop losing all these games different ways. So if you look at the banner, I had. We're going to talk about this for a quick second. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Will the Bulls land the big man? Giannis is set to become a free agent. Where will he go? He's 30. He'll be 31 at the end of the year. He just turned 30. Again, not just. We're in May. He's 6 months out. March, April, May. 7 months out. Sorry. So do they trade him now? Or what? Because here's what I want to see. Here's exactly what I want to see. All right, this is not giving me what I asked. So it's still different. So it's saying he can't become a free agent until after the 26-27 season. As a player option, he can bounce out. Yeah, at that point, I don't know if I want him. I don't know if I want him at that point. But will the Bulls be willing to trade for him? I don't know. Would you be willing to trade for this guy? This guy makes your team an instant competitor in the East. Instant contender in the East. I know we got to give up some of our young guys. But man. See, and this if the Bulls do something like that, if they trade for him, you know one of the things that Milwaukee's going to want is our guy Matas. And watch Matas go to Milwaukee and become the next Greek freak, next European sensation. Because Matas has everything necessary to be a star. Two things that you must have. You must have the talent and you must have the attitude. And Matas Buzelis has both of those. So I can guarantee you they're going to ask for Matas if we decide to trade for the Greek Freak. I would. If I'm Milwaukee, I'd be asking for him because you're getting his replacement. You're getting his replacement. Hey, King Book of World, I hear you. King says, I'm sorry, I wouldn't give up Matas in a trade. I see something special in that kid. But that might be the only way you get Giannis is to throw him in. And part of me, I don't know if I'd want Giannis. Not now. He's 32. He's 30 years old. And that's not old. Oh, Mike when he was 35. He was winning titles 35, 36. Stretch. Rick says, thank you. Says, we need superstars. I try to get him at all costs. Yeah, but for how many years? And who's to say, Rick? And here's my thought, and what I've been saying all season since he started getting more playing time. Can Matas be a superstar? Can Matas be a superstar? Because let's be honest, Rick, Matas is 19 years old, 20 years old. He's got 5 years. 5 years before he's even in his prime. Before he's even in his prime. 20 years old. Think of the Greek Freak when he first got here. He was skinny like Matas. He wasn't the player that he was. But he developed. Any trade has to include P won't. Just to get him out of here. Hell, I'd trade Williams for powdered Gatorade. Cornelius, I don't think Giannis and Giddey are compatible because they're both ball dominant. I disagree. I think they'd be perfect for each other. I think they'd be perfect for each other because Giddey has the ball. The Greek Freak doesn't have to do everything. The Greek Freak can come off of picks and screens and keep him moving. Get him going to the cup. He's ball dominant because they don't have a true point guard in Milwaukee. But you get a true point guard and just let him roam and run around, come off picks every night. Then you won't have to Euro step as much because he's coming off a pick. He'll be closer to the basket. He's downhill toward the basket. Bashan says the Bulls won't do it because of this bad front office. That means it's a lot of money you got to pay for this guy. A lot of money. If you wanted to do that. I don't know if the Bulls are willing to do that. Shorty says, powdered Gatorade, laugh. Book a damn, dude. He goes, sometimes you literally get me laughing my ass off out loud. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if we're one superstar. I think this team now is one superstar away from being a contender. But not if we have to trade some of these assets, which we're going to have to get rid of to get Giannis or someone like that. I think imagine him and Matas, Ayo, Kobe. If those guys get to stay with Giannis, different story. If those guys are on the return trip. But man, he still upgrades his team. We've seen the calls he gets. We've seen the moves he has. His desire to score and get to the rim, second to none. I don't know if I want him. This stage of the game. I don't know. I know Nick and Rick. As I say, we need, and I was going to say Rick. Rick, we need. So I said Nick. I know, Rick, we need superstars, but we might have one here. We might have one here already. Remember, the Greek Freak wasn't a big-time star. He grew into that face of the franchise, face of the league. He grew into it. Montes has the ability, the athletic ability to do the same. And he seems to have a mindset of working to get better. That's why I said I can't wait till the 26-27 season where he's had 2 off seasons to lift, get some weight on you, get to work with these guys in LA. You know, the off-season runs that are, you know, plentiful in LA and in Atlanta. Yeah. I can't wait till that happens. So again, I don't know if I'd make that trade right now. A couple years ago, maybe. Could we get him at 27, 28? Still a little older, but yeah. I don't know. I'm a little crazy, I guess. Where are we going next? Yeah. I think we did talk about White Sox. Yeah. The rookie minicamp starts this week. If I'm not mistaken. It's going to be really good to see some of these kids on the grass. Some of these young men. Those are not kids. I mean, technically they're kids, but 21, 22, you're still a kid. You know, I think it's going to be and then a week from today, 1 week from today, NFL releases the schedule. And that's the cool part. Because when are they playing Vegas? When are they playing San Francisco? When are they playing the Bengals? When are they playing the Commanders? All these things. Yeah, let's see when the I'm trying to find it for you, Shorty. When they can open minicamp. Let's see. Well, they got rookie OTAs this week, rookie minicamp, and they don't have OTAs leading up to it. I'll try and find that for you, Shorty. This is start of something hopefully very special. Hopefully very special. There are no excuses. I guess there's only one. They're learning a new system. But that new system is supposed to allow guys to be able to get open, be schemed open, Caleb to hit them, those guys to run after the catch. But this is it. this is all the talk is stopped, all the bullshit, all the Caleb cult. You're front and center. Front and center. Can he deliver? Can he deliver? We're not going to worry about his offensive line. Revamped it. Not going to worry about the wide receivers like the previous quarterbacks had to deal with. You got DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and Luther Burden. Got 3 tight ends. 2 of them are great receiving tight ends. Can't worry about that. Running game. I like DeAndre Swift. I like Manangai. Yeah, Kyle Manangai. I like him as a running back. There's still a possibility of them adding another running back, a Nick Chubb. J.K. Dobbins is in the mix. Mr. Shorty says, I'll be leading the Caleb cult, Shawn. Send all inquiries to me. I forgot who was talking about this. It was on a podcast. And they're saying it's amazing that Ryan Poles didn't do this for his other quarterback. And how he was still able to keep his job. Being a former offensive lineman, you understand that the team is built from the trenches out, from the inside out. And he didn't do that the first couple of years. And that's the part of this organization that's stupid. If you didn't see that and say, wait, in 83 we were good. Back in 06 we were good. A couple other years we had good offensive lines. We drafted most of them. If I was allowed to critique Justin, I would give you that answer. You see the shirt I'm wearing? You see the shirt I'm wearing? I won't forget Ruben Pedialyte. King Booker Will says, don't forget Ruben Pedialyte, Shawn. I think he's the guy. Great call, King Booker World. I think that should be the blitzer. One, he's a phenomenal blitzer. He was a phenomenal blitzer in college. He ran a 4.39. What the fudge is that? But also, Dennis Allen likes to bring 5 people. Likes to bring in 5 people. So he'll bring a 5-man pressure with Ruben Pedialyte. I gotta stop saying that. I gotta see what his real name is. Remember what his real name is. Hold on. Oh shit! Steve took it up. Steve took it down. I got it in my pictures. Hippolyte, Ruben Hippolyte. You got King Book World Shorty Hippolyte. On the real, I think they're going to convert him to safety. Interesting. I think he's too big. Isn't he too big to be a safety? (4-4-2). Okay, I can see that question then. That's a good thought, King Book of World. because he's 5'11", 235. 5'11", 235. That could be a good box safety. That could be a good box safety. 5'11", 235. Drop 10 pounds. Give you 5'11", 2 1/4. Now we're cooking with grease. Maybe you don't use Hippolyte as a linebacker. Maybe you do use him as a safety. Maybe you do. That's going to be interesting. That's really, really interesting. But all the excuses are out the window. People have criticized DeAndre Swift, and I don't know why, about running between the tackles. He ran between the tackles. He did bounce it out a lot, but he ran between the tackles. I'm anxious to see what Ben Johnson does with him because they let him walk. They let him go when he was there. They got rid of him, and wow. So I don't know. Yeah, I hear you, King Booker World. King Booker World says people are talking about Swift like he ran for 300 yards and a 1.7 yards per carry, yards per game. Man, he was 39 yards, 69 yards shy of 1,000 with that shitty offensive line and him missing a couple games. He was right there. And I get it. 1,000 yards doesn't have the same cachet as it used to because, one, you have a lot more games. Well, not a lot. You have a 17th game. So what's the math on that? Let me see. It's like 65 yards or something. Let's see. Where's my... You need to have 59 yards a game, 58.8. 59 yards a game, and you get 1,000 yards in the NFL. Come on, man. That 1,000, when you say you're 1,000 yard, you hit the 1,000-yard mark, that's not impressive at all. And even though, to me, it would have been impressive with DeAndre Swift was because he had a offensive line was terrible last year. And a lot of times people said, well, he ran outside. Well, the interior three sucked, first and foremost. But second, they like to run behind Braxton Jones. And Braxton Jones, we saw, man, my man got out there, boy. He got out there. He wallowed a couple of people. A couple of different runs. The Green Bay game. I forgot the other game. So you can't really fault. Yeah, King Booker World, we're right here. You can't really fault for not running up the middle if there's nowhere to run up the middle. I'd have to take it. I'd have to bounce it outside as well. I like Kyle Monangai. I really want to see him decapitate or decleat. DB comes in, wham, wow. Kyle Monangai. I don't know if he'll be able to do it to a backer. He might. I'll tell you what, you heard it here first. That is going to get him on the field quick, fast, in a hurry. Roshan who? Roshan what? Roshan who? He ain't here. Roshan what? You're going to get cut. Kyle Monangai is going to fight for some playing time. You can pass pro, you're getting some time. You're getting some time. We're going to be able. King Booker Will says, I'm going to call Manangai Puck. Any fan of Marvel Comics will know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm not a fan of Marvel. I won't get into it, but okay. So many different things. I really want to see Kyle Manangai get or leapfrog Roshan Johnson. We saw what Kyle Manangai does. He bounces off tacklers. His contact balance is great. Doesn't go down on the first hit often. Got good grades. Good young man. But he's 5'8". We have a 5'8" running back. And it's not the same style, same type, but I don't want a 5'8" running back. But you know what? Doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter what we have. And we have him. King Booker Rose said he was a character that was small and used to be underestimated, but was sometimes as strong as the Hulk. Okay. I think this kid is excited. He's looking at the fact that he got snubbed, using that as motivation. I'm awesome with that. I'm excited about that. I think he's a Aston Jency 2.0. Just minus the speed. Minus the speed. And that's not always a bad thing. It's not always a bad thing. So you have a 4-minute clock. And you want to pound the rock. It's called 4-minute offense. You got to pound the rock and take the life out of a team. Hopefully he does well. Hopefully he dresses every week from start. I hope he, you know what I mean? I hope he gets in a rotation. Again, I'm not a big fan of what Roshan Johnson's done the last couple of years. But anyway, listen, guys, 2 hours is come and gone. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Man, I want to thank you guys. This chat was lit today. Kept it going. I loved it. Thank you for the love and support. Guys, I hope you have a phenomenal day. I'm going to replay this at 6 p.m. tonight. Before I go, I want to tell you, let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. Make sure you go out. Make sure you set up a date for a day or time for drinks, dinner, lunch, or brunch, or even breakfast. Okay? With someone you haven't seen in a while. I guarantee you, both of you will be glad. Okay? It's at 6 o'clock tonight. It's will re-air. So from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I am your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Your boy is out.